Hey guys. So, I have a different video that I'm gonna do. It's just a talking video. I'm sorry if you want a reaction, but this has to be talked about. So I posted on my community tab about, I didn't actually give all details, but because I don't know if I never said to my boyfriend that, I never asked him permission really, so I didn't specifically give details, so I won't really even now, but I need to talk about the call that I had sent out to emergency services when it happened, because I got a few issues here. Okay. So, I called emergency services. It was like friggin' 20 after 3 in the morning. I don't even remember what time it was. It was like 3 in the morning. They're like, so they say the typical, what's the emergency? And I said, so my boyfriend is having a medical episode. He has been known to have these episodes. He's alone right now. I'm here above him. I didn't say my boyfriend because I don't want to give that away to just anybody, right? Right? So they said, okay, how do you know he's having a medical episode? I'm like, well, I'm hearing some things that, like, at first I actually thought it was just like a cramp because I heard him cry out. Then I heard like a little clunk, so I thought maybe he tried to grab something and it maybe fell. And they're like, they said, and then I got the weirdest question. Okay, maybe we should send you over to Charlottetown Police. I'm like, no, because that's not, it's these noises, like I hear him like making these other noises. So I don't think it's that. I don't think it's, and they said, well, let's just send you over to them anyway, just because you said you heard like a cry out and then a clunk. I'm like, the clunk was like way after, like, anyway. So they moved me over to Charlottetown Police. And it took a minute for them to pick up. 45 seconds to a minute. I have an emergency and you're gonna take a minute, a full-on minute. Time is of the essence when you have an emergency. Okay? So that bothered me. My adrenaline was so high that at the time, I'm like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, looking back, oh my. So they finally get on the phone and I'm like, they're like, hi, Charlottetown Police. And I'm like, hi. So I don't even know why they sent me over here because my boyfriend's having a medical episode right now. And then they're like, what? You said you heard a cry out and a clunk, and I'm like, but the clunk was like minutes after. It sounded more like he tried to grab something and he dropped it. It really didn't sound like much else. And they're like, so what makes you think he's having a medical emergency? And I said, well, he's told me he has this happen sometimes. And it's not stopping. I keep hearing certain sounds that, are reminiscent of those kinds of episodes. And they're like, okay, we're going to send some people out then. So finally, they're sending the people out. Okay? 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? In this kind of episode, time is of the essence. Well, any emergency really, but especially this, it's of the essence. Okay? So 5 minutes. The police first. So they're like, they get here. And they're like, so, is it so-and-so? Because he's actually quite well known in Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island. I'm like, yeah, it's him. And so they're like, wait, which one is he at? And I tell them the apartment. I tell them where to go. They go down the hall to the apartment. Then it's just 5 minutes of, hey, do you hear me? Charlottetown police. They can't get in the door. I'm waiting down at the other end of the hallway because I'm letting the paramedics in. Police first, people. Police first. Okay? Police first. Why didn't they send them at the same freaking time? That's my freaking question. So 5 more minutes had gone by at this point, and the paramedics finally get here. 5 more minutes trying to get the friggin' door open. I finally call the woman that has the master keys. Or we at least try to let her know that we need to get in there. So they get in there. They're checking his oxygen. I finally go back upstairs. I'm like, I am shaking still as I'm remembering all of this, you guys. Oh, he's okay now. He is back home. He came back home Friday. He's got his dad with him for now. I don't know how long he will have his dad there for. I don't know how much longer, but he says mentally he's actually okay. Episodes like this can mess you up mentally. But mentally, he's okay. But my issue was how long everything took. And yeah, I mean, sure, like, fine, they need to ask questions. But then, it wasn't even that. They sent the police out first. I don't know why they didn't just send the paramedics out and then call the police off when they realized, okay, she was right, he is having a medical emergency. Why did they not do that? Are they having, like, is it like I'm barely awake and can't think straight right now? Or why would they send the police first? Knowing that I said that specifically, that what I was hearing was very specific. Why would they send the police first? Or why not at least send them about at the same time so that they'd arrive about the same time? What is with the system? Is this something with our system, or is it always like this? I mean, sure, I understand that it takes some time to get here. It takes some time to, but I mean, everything took too long. It took too long, and I told them specifically what I thought was going on. It took them too long. Hurry up, because you're taking too long. That song's weird, by the way. I realized some of the lyrics they were saying, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I used to like this song. What the freak is wrong? How come my parents never stopped me from listening to it? Because some of the lyrics, man. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Why did it go the way Oh, it was nighttime, but they have people that work night and then day, right? There's different people, surely, right? Because there was one time I'd accidentally called 911, and I think it was a guy. On the other one, it was a woman, or a woman's voice, anyway. At least from what I could tell, it was a young voice, fairly young. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I was like, I was mad at how long everything took. I mean, at the time, I was numbed by the adrenaline, all the amount of cortisol and adrenaline coursing through me, but I'm like, part of me was actually thinking that. Part of me was like, dude, you know, the longer this goes on, the worse things could get, right? But I was like, no, why? Why are we taking this long? Like, I feel like there's something that should have been done a bit differently. I mean, maybe that is how it works, but something doesn't seem right about the whole thing. I don't like how it all went because just the timing of everything. It took them like 30 minutes in total just to do what they needed to do to finally get here and get in his freaking apartment. I was like, all right. So, yeah, this is not fun. Waiting around, not knowing what the... Ugh. You know what bothered me even more? I'm exactly right above him. I went back upstairs. There were several people in there. I could hear quite a few voices. Okay? Why didn't at least one of them go up to tell me, you were right? He was having a medical emergency. We're going to take him to the hospital now. Why didn't they at least send one of them up to tell me? Did they think I was going to go back to sleep? No! I heard everything. I could hear the beep, 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 beep. I heard everything. I wasn't going to stand here. I wasn't just going to lie back down and try to go to sleep like nothing friggin' happened. Because, dude, I would have waited this out even if it was a freaking stranger, because something like this is scary. Maybe they didn't know that. I don't know. It's not that I don't care about other people. I did, but one of the main reasons I went back up was because they were down there now, so I'm like, I'm known to get in the way sometimes. I kind of regret not going there because he has a cat, and I would have at least loved to, because his cat knows me now, because I've been down there a few times. I would have at least loved to have been there for the cat and just been on the sidelines like, hey, it's okay, buddy. Come here, buddy. You know, and just, I'm actually quite comfortable with cats. Cats are, I'm not a fan of cats, but like, I don't hate them. I can tolerate them. You know what I mean? But you gotta take care of it right. And there were 2 people in this building that did not know how to take care of their cats. One of them had like 5 cats. 5. Didn't do shite for them. Anyway, he's out now. The other one had to be moved out because he had an incident That's a completely different story for a different day. But anyway, so yeah, my boyfriend, he's fine. Yeah. But what I did not like how everything went. It took them way too long. It took everything way too long. I understand asking questions, but like, for one thing, they speak slow. It's like, get it over with. I get the being calm, but get it over with, man. I think part of the call, like, I'm kind of fogged over because of how much adrenaline was friggin' coursing through me. But I think they even asked, like, are you with him right now? And I said, no, because I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but it's only what I'm hearing. And then they asked if I could get in the door. And I'm like, I actually don't know. I don't know what was going through my mind. I don't even know why I didn't try that. I guess I don't know what happened there with my mind at that point. Like, I was like, I don't know. I just want someone. I think I said something like, I just want to get someone over there. Like, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I don't know what I exactly said, but I actually wouldn't be able to do too much because of how small I am and how much bigger he is. He's a bigger guy, right? So I wouldn't be able to do a whole heck of a lot. You know, he's an average sized guy. So it's like, dude, there's no way me, a little tiny little thing would, and plus I didn't really want to say that he was my boyfriend on the call, right? So, but I'm like, okay, I need to figure, like, I remember them asking me though if I tried to get in the door. I don't even know why I didn't try that. I think because it was like, I don't even know, like, I think typically he locks it. I think that's even what I said. I think typically he locks it. I think. So I just, I don't know, I think that's what I said. I think I said something like, I think he locks it. Typically. I don't know. But I'm not happy that they took as long as they did. They speak too slow. Calm? Sure. Slow? Guys, you talk like you're high on weed. Like, you talk like, 911, what's your emergency? Like, really? You're gonna talk like a tape slowing down? Like, or one of those portable tape players with the bad battery. You know when the battery goes low on a tape player, it's like, it's literally like that. Like, if you're holding a note, if you're going ooh, it would sound like ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. And like, and I guess she wants, in case it's a kid calling, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I can let that one slide, I guess, but everything else, it took too long. It took way too long. This is unacceptable. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking, dude, what are you doing? Anyways, guys, that's it for this. I had to rant about that. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's how I feel about it, and that's how I'm gonna feel about it. If you don't like it, well, I don't know, maybe you guys can update me a little bit. Is this how it's supposed to go? Are they supposed to take that long? I understand maybe they don't know enough information. They don't know what's going on, but why would they send the police first? The police aren't equipped with that kind of stuff, are they? Would they have some level of would they be able to do something like that? Like basic level stuff like that? I mean, maybe. Right? I don't know. The police, man. I even said he's alone. He's alone down there. He's alone. Anyways, sorry, this isn't to crap on the people. It's mainly the way that I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe that's how it's supposed to go, but I don't know. It just seemed like it took too long. Everything took too long. Like, once the emergency is actually established, shouldn't you kind of try and speed up some of the processes? Like I said, it took me about a minute just to get on with the police. When we could have sent, okay, we got paramedics on the way now. That would have made things better. But no, we have to, okay, well, let's transfer you to Charlottetown Police first, just in case. Fine, I get the just in case, but why? They weren't taking my side at all. I get that, but I don't know why they weren't just listening to the fact that because I could tell from other sounds I was hearing that it wasn't just any normal sounds of it wasn't just your simple someone's being abused and whatever. It did not sound like that, and they weren't willing to just take that. Or at least send the paramedics first and then call off the police when they establish it. Or okay, we're fine. This she was in fact right. It was this and this and this. I don't know why they did it this way. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to go or what. Do they always send a policeman or police officers? Anyway, do they send police officers along with paramedics typically? Is that normal? Is that a normal thing? For every case now? Every case? As far as I know, last I called 911 was when our fire alarm kept going off and nobody was doing anything. I heard nothing. I heard no fire truck sirens. Look, the fire alarm can only be turned off by them, regardless of what the situation is. You trip it, they flip it. You can't turn it off. They have to. They have to get in the box. And the box is downstairs at the... they have to get in there. And flip the... Anyway. And last I checked, there were no police. So... why they even sent the police first? That's what really bugs me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me and I don't understand how the system works. But I tried to give them as much information to tell them what I thought it was. Why didn't they send the paramedics before the police? Why did they send the paramedics after the police came? Sorry. This has gone on way too long and I thought I was done, but I don't know. It's just that part really bugged me. Anyways, guys, my sleep has been really weird ever since this whole thing. I had a rough week shortly after that all happened. I had a lot of emotional turmoil, and on top of that, no one was updating me on the situation. I had to wait till he came home. That's what really bugged me. Nobody came up to my door. Nobody tried to message me privately. Nobody did anything. No one. I was like out of the loop for 2 days. Anyways, that's it for this. I'm done ranting. I will see you guys in the next one. So he's okay. Everything's good. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later.